Most new editors think B-roll is just extra footage to hide interview jump cuts. I certainly did when I started out, but boy, was I wrong. In the hands of a professional editor, B-roll becomes a dramatic and emotional weapon. It's used to reinforce scene intention, reveal subtext, and shape the rhythm of a scene like a conductor of a symphony. If we truly understand how to cut B-roll, our scenes will be 10 times better. Simple as that. Now, you've probably used B-roll a lot. It's one of the main types of content we have in any unscripted scene. But unless someone has shown you the grid, the invisible structure underneath every great B-roll edit, you're likely just decorating your timeline, not engineering it. So in this episode, we're going to fix that. No fluff, no padding out, just pure creative editing theory. I'm Paddy Bird, and this is Inside the Edit. Now, technically, B-roll is defined as any secondary footage, shots of people, places, or objects that support or illustrate the story. You see it everywhere. Documentaries, promos, YouTube videos, branded content, social media. It's as common as dialogue. But while most editors treat it like wallpaper, professional editors treat it like story structure. Here's something almost no one outside of professional cutting rooms talks about. There are two completely different species of B-roll. Number one, sequential B-roll. This is a chain of shots that shows a process, a journey, or a flow of progressive action. Think of someone making a cake. Flour hitting the bowl, cracking the egg, whisking, pouring in the mix, putting it into the oven, and then serving it. Each shot is a link in a chain. Together, they form a mini sequence that progresses over time. This is not just beautiful imagery, it's story logic in visual form. A camera operator takes an event and breaks it down into different shots with different shot sizes and camera movement. There could be 5 shots in the mini sequence, or there could be over 500. And number 2, illustrative B-roll. These are standalone images. A beautiful city skyline at dawn, a building showing the location of the upcoming action, a close-up of a ticking clock, a flower pot in the corner of a room. They're not part of a chain. They are individual shots that illustrate individual objects or places. You can't edit both types the same way, and if you've never consciously separated them before, that's your first breakthrough. Now, this is all great, but it means that we're going to have to start looking at our timeline in a very different way. The way professional editors look at a timeline when designing narrative. So here's the core idea that changes everything. Great B-roll editing exists on 2 axes on your timeline, horizontal and vertical. Let's do the horizontal axis. This is the timeline's shot flow, your B-roll chained together to show progression of action over time. You're building micro stories shot by shot. Every time you cut a chain of action, walking into a building, packing a suitcase, warming up before a fight, you're operating on this axis. It's about movement, transformation, and progression. Let's do the vertical axis. This is the emotional alignment, how your B-roll connects directly to your dialogue underneath. And this is where mastery lives. You're not just laying shots on top of dialogue like wallpaper. You're matching and reinforcing meaning to the image. Positioning B-roll at precise moments within the dialogue arc with absolute precision. This amplifies the subtext of what's being said. Let's look at some real-life examples. Let's say you're editing a sports documentary. A player is talking about the final seconds before a game starts. He says, "Those few moments right before the kickoff are the most terrifying seconds to go through." Now, This is a hugely evocative and dramatic piece of sync. Great editors identify the best words and phrases and ask themselves, what should I position here? Yes, we could use any old shot of him warming up, running drills, or lacing up his boots. We could use crowd shots, a super wide shot of the stadium, but that's generic wallpaper. That is the least effective and least powerful way to cut B-roll. A pro will scan the footage and search for something that embodies that emotional and evocative language. Maybe it's something like a long, isolated stare into the distance, or a subtle, nervous tick tapping a leg, shifting weight, or a deep breath on a close-up, eyes closed. That's vertical editing. You're matching image to emotion. You're making the viewer feel the word terrifying, not just hearing it. Was that planned by the director, the cinematographer, the producer, even the subject? Absolutely not. It was created by us, the editors, weeks, months, and sometimes years later by bringing together two different elements and creating a powerful new meaning. So here's where many editors go wrong. They think B-roll is just there to cover the cuts. Professionals know it's there to structure the story. You must train yourself to see every sequence as a puzzle with two layers. Number one, what is the viewer supposed to feel at this exact moment? That's the emotional target. And number two, what B-roll best expresses or contrasts that feeling? And that's image selection. That's not decoration. That is design. One of the things I struggled with when trying to break into high-end editing was learning the language used in professional edit suites. Learning all of the terminology really does help when shaping your mind for every stage of the creative editing process. And that's why I created this for you. It's a beautifully designed film poster that I call the periodic table of editing terminology. 50 of the most well-used creative terms you'll hear in a pro edit suite. You can print it out and put it up on the wall of your cutting room or keep it as a screensaver. Just click on the link in the description below, head on over to insidetheedit.com and download it right now. Memorize every single one and you'll start sounding like a high-end editor very quickly. So, start with a single scene, an interview, a voiceover section, or a real-time moment. Then, number one, break down the dialogue. Find emotional peaks, keywords, and tonal shifts. These are your anchor points. Go through the sequence and put locators and markers at each evocative and emotional or descriptive line of dialogue. This is a reminder for you to create some kind of strong connective glue between the sync, the dialogue, and the images, the B-roll. Number two, separate your B-roll into two types. Sequential shots, group them as micro narratives. Each chain is a story arc. And illustrative shots. Identify the mood or information in each one. Number three, build the grid. Place sequential chains across your horizontal timeline to shape progression. Align emotional B-roll vertically right on top of the exact words or moments that need emphasis. Watch how the scene locks together like a beautifully designed puzzle. That is way more powerful. Why do most people never learn this? Well, it's because it isn't in tutorials. It's not in YouTube crash courses. It's not taught in film schools either. Most editors only learn this by cutting thousands of hours of footage under pressure. And if they're lucky, being corrected by a senior editor. But it's only the beginning. The deeper truth is this: you're not editing clips, you're not layering footage, you're building emotions out of the connections between dialogue and B-roll. B-roll isn't just filler, it's not a visual aid, it's an emotional delivery system. And when you learn to use both axes, horizontal narrative and vertical emotional alignment, you stop being an assembler and start being a storyteller. So here's the final thought. Every B-roll edit is a decision about power. Do you want the viewer to understand what's being said or to feel it? Do you want to show action or tell a story? The difference lies in how you use the grid. Once you see it, you'll never cut the same way again. Don't waste any more time. Go and practice this right now. Within an hour or two of trial and error, your scenes will radically change for the better. Thank you, dear friend, for your kind attention. I'm Paddy Bird, and this is Inside the Edit.